So the garden's a bit of a mess still. This is actually the first semi-decent morning we've had. I've got bachelor's buttons coming up and anemones. They're not going to stay there. I think we're going to transfer strawberries to this bin. And I think we're going to start with new ones. That is sorrel. It comes back every year. Because I don't like the way the strawberries look from overwintering. I don't know. And they did not do good last year at all. So need to get in here as soon as it warms up enough and get all this dead stuff out. But I've got some I think it's garlic coming up. I did not plant garlic this year, but it might be onions, it might be shallots. But there are... I did plant in here last year, and most of them didn't come up. Got some volunteer spinach coming up here, and also a nasty thistle that needs to come out. Need to pull those old onions out. I never got around to it last year, and that's an old kohlrabi. You can see there's a little one forming on top. I've never seen that happen. The kale, this is what overwintered, and there's another onion, or possibly garlic, and the blood vein sorrel that I planted in October did really well over the winter. Now over in last year's onion bed, you can see I've got a bunch of onions coming up, and these are onions that didn't come up last year. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll take them. Such a mess. So this is some more kale that made it through the winter. I've got a couple fennel coming up. I planted those last year and they did not seem like they made it, but I guess they did. And this is the kale that I gave the ducks this morning that we were so happy to get. Now, this celery overwintered, I don't know how. And this was a volunteer celery that grew up in the middle of the strawberries last year. I never picked these beets last year. I don't know what kind of condition they're in. Oh, they feel solid. Huh. So maybe we'll pick them and see what they do. Some more sorrel coming up. Sorrel over there. It shouldn't be over there. That one seeded itself, so that'll have to come out. And then there's another blood vein sorrel. I think that's possibly cilantro, and it grew across the bed, so that'll need to come out. I don't want that there. I'm not seeing any life yet on the sage. Rosemary is doing good, and you can see the yarrow starting to come. The hyssop's definitely coming back from the bottom. I need to get the tops cut down. The sage is starting to come back, little signs of life. I've got stuff coming up in the oregano, the lavender. That's another rosemary, and the other oregano is also coming up. That one's dwarf, that one's not. So I do see maybe possibly some calendula coming up in here. Real tiny though. So that's what the garden is already managing to do. First week of February. Kind of crazy. There's not much in the garden yet, but there's some kale, and the ducks are very happy to see it. We don't get much in the way of greens at this time of year. It's first thing in the morning and they want to go on their adventure, which is to do a circuit of the entire yard. And Blue Glow goes, I'm going to eat this first though. Yeah, to Miss Tansy. We did lose Annabeth. She just didn't make it. But the other 5 all seem healthy.